Picking up the pieces. Young people on trauma.
Hello, how are you doing today? This is a short film about trauma and recovery. Some of the themes discussed might feel heavy. Think about how you are feeling before you watch.
We are a group of young people who work with the UK Trauma Council. We want to share some thoughts on trauma and recovery. The UK Trauma Council defines trauma as the way some distressing events are so extreme or intense that they overwhelm a person's ability to cope and have a lasting negative impact.
The sorts of events that may traumatise you are usually beyond your control. This can mean you feel powerless and are left with a feeling that the world or other people are not safe.
This may include violence, threat or abuse, serious accidents, natural disasters and more. Racism and other forms of discrimination can also be traumatic.
Experiencing traumatic events can leave you feeling anxious, low, isolated and frightened. Some people experience intrusive thoughts and memories that make it feel like it's happening again.
This can be really difficult to talk about, but there are things that can help. This is Ali. He is 17 years old. He's been through things no one his age should ever face. Picture waking up each day with a storm inside you. Ali's world is like that. Scary, confusing and overwhelming, and he's just trying to get through it. As a child, Ali witnessed violence at home. You know how some things just stick with you? That's what happened to Ali. His life is like walking on a tightrope, trying not to fall into a pit of feelings that just won't go away.
In the morning, it's like he's wearing a blanket of sadness. It's hard to shake off. Ali acts calm and cool with his friends, pretending everything is fine. But deep down, he's struggling to keep it together. When they ask if he's okay, he just brushes it off with a smile and wants to burden them with his problems.
But Ali's story is about more than just feeling down. It's like a puzzle with pieces from a difficult past and a battle with traumatic memories. And that's a journey, a tough one, especially when the people closest to you might not understand what you're going through.
I wasn't able to discuss how I felt about what had happened to me. It all seemed too sudden and too much. I could barely understand it, let alone begin to work out my emotions with it. It was hard taking care of myself, my mind and my body.
After a traumatic event, self-care can be especially difficult. The basics may not seem so basic. Sleeping well, having good hygiene, eating well, exercising regularly, and staying connected with friends.
But an important first step in recovery is to take care of your body regardless. Make sure you sleep well, eat well, exercise, and keep up your hygiene.
Something that worked for me is having a routine, trying to do one thing every day. Something simple like having a shower.
Something that worked for me is eating properly, even if it's something small and easy to make, getting some food, even if it's not healthy.
Something that worked for me is having a bath before I go to sleep and practicing mindfulness and meditation. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and think about your surroundings. What is outside of you? The colour of the room. This is an example of mindfulness and meditation that helps you ground yourself.
These are just our suggestions. You can try them or you can do something different. What makes you feel better will be personal to you. One day, Ali felt ready to talk about what had happened and wanted to understand how to process his memories. He took a brave step and started to open up.
At first, I felt like talking all the time. It was so empowering to feel free from the weight of my past. Then, talking became too much. It was like those events happened to an old me. I didn't need to tell everyone what happened. Just those who I felt would truly understand and help me find ways to move forward.
It takes time to understand your journey. It's okay to change and to try to find out what works for you.
Anyone can go through something like this. No matter your background, we can all go through mental health struggles after traumatic experiences.
Seeking help for mental health issues doesn't have to be something to be ashamed or afraid about. If you feel like you need more support, let someone know.
And if you're worried about someone you know, talk to them. Even if you don't have all the answers, you don't need to. Help them get the support they need by reaching out. Reaching out can change your life.